There was something I used to do every single new year that completely changed how I approach my goals. Instead of just setting goals, I would choose three words to define that year. Words that became a filter, a compass, and a reminder of who I wanted to be. I stopped doing it over the last couple of years, but for this new journey, it felt right to bring it back. And when I asked myself how I want my 40s to feel, only two words came into my mind: peace and freedom. This is interesting because if you had asked me years ago what I wanted, I would have said happiness. I think a lot of us do. We chase happiness. We think happiness will happen to us. When we meet the right person, when we make more money, when life gets easier, when we lose the weight, when kids are older, when we finally get the thing we've been waiting for. But I've realized something. Happiness isn't something that happens to us. It is something we choose. It's in the little mundane moments, the choices we make minute by minute, the things we say yes to and the things we say no to, the way we choose to experience our lives. But here's why I choose peace over happiness. Because happiness is an emotion, and emotions change. Life happens, hard days happen, loss happen, stress happen, unexpected things happen. And happiness is your only compass. What happens when life gets hard? But peace feels deeper. Peace says, even if the day is emotional, even if life feels uncertain, even if things are not perfect, I can still make aligned choices. I can still protect my nervous system. I can still choose what enters my space. I can still choose how I respond. Peace doesn't mean that life is perfect. Peace means I become the kind of woman who remains grounded through imperfect life. And that changes everything. I think one of the biggest ways we rob ourselves from peace is waiting. We are always waiting. Waiting for life to happen, waiting for something good to happen, waiting to get lucky, waiting to meet the one, waiting for more money, waiting for friends to say yes, waiting for motivation, waiting for permission. But peace doesn't come from waiting. Peace comes from choosing, choosing what aligns, rejecting what doesn't, choosing how you spend your time, choosing how you protect your energy, choosing what kind of life you create in the small, ordinary moments. Because life, it's literally built there, not in the someday, not in the fantasy version. It is in the tiny, daily choices. One thing I've been intentionally doing lately is reconnecting with things that genuinely make me happy, and also giving myself permission to fall in love with completely new experiences. Moving here changed so much for me because back home as a single mom, there were things I simply didn't feel safe doing along with my kids. Driving into unknown places, getting lost somewhere, or exploring isolated trails. It didn't feel accessible. But here I discover hiking. And wow, it has completely changed me. There is just something about being in nature that makes everything feel quiet, grounded, sacred. The air, the trees, the movement, the connection with something bigger than me. It feels like pure bliss. And what amazes me is how many beautiful things are accessible here: free parks, affordable places, nature trails, family friendly adventures. So many experiences that cost little or nothing if you simply choose to go. Pack snacks, bring your own lunch, make a day of it. And suddenly life feels rich, not because of money, but because of presence. Another thing I'm learning: to enjoy home again. Because if I am honest, I became obsessed with what life outside has to offer. And social media doesn't help. You see everybody's highlights reels, trips, restaurants, adventures, perfect moments, and buying expensive stuff. And it can make staying at home feel boring, like you're missing out on something. But lately, I've realized I work hard to create our little home, to make this safe space where my family comes back after long days. This is a place to rest, to laugh, to cuddle, to exist all together. And because of my kids, my home feels alive. Their laughter, their toys, the chaos, the little voices. One day this house will be quieter, and I know I'll miss this version. So I am learning to romanticize being at home. Now, because happiness is really in the little things, something like a dessert from your favorite grocery store, sitting in a cute parking spot with music playing, and eating something that you love. That, that is pure joy. That is bliss. That is happiness. And food has become such a beautiful part of my journey again. I love grocery shopping intentionally, thinking about recipes, choosing ingredients, planning meals. We live in a world where convenience is everything: delivery, fast food, quick fixes. But we lost connection. We have lost connection with food, connection with our ingredients, connection with the ritual of preparing something with love. I even started learning about gardening, tiny herbs at home, and honestly, I love it. Even the things I used to complain about, like cleaning, laundry, cooking, house tasks, do I think they're fun? No. But I have shifted how I see them. I get to do things. I am healthy. I have a functioning body. I have a home to care for, children to feed, a life to maintain. And that is a privilege. That is a gift. We complain so much about the ordinary responsibilities, but we forget what a gift it is to be able to do them. Gratitude creates peace. Because when your heart becomes full of appreciation, it will feel so abundant. And yes, I truly believe when we live with gratitude, life gives us more reasons to be grateful. So before we go, this is what I want to invite you into. I want you to choose your words. This could be one, two, or three. And I want you to ask yourself, how do you want the next chapter of your life to feel? What passions have I abandoned? What little joys have I overlooked? And what ordinary moments have I rushed? Because peace and happiness aren't hiding in some future destination. They are built the way we live today. And maybe your most beautiful life begins the moment you start enjoying the process.